Hello everyone, I am Kathy from Kathy Creates, and I am also going live on the Craft Around the Clock page. And let me get this started over here as well so I can see your comments. Okay, this one is going to be a little tougher for me. This one is, they asked us to do a theme week this week, and the theme is Celebration of Life. And I am doing this one in honor of my dad, who passed away on January 15th of 2021. So it's pretty recent, and he was one of my biggest supporters. I'm going to try not to cry when I get through this. I was supposed to go live the night he went into the hospital and then didn't come home. That was going to be my first live. So, I, needless to say, postponed it. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Deborah. So, needless to say, I postponed my live, and that was going to be my first one ever. And I waited a couple of weeks, kind of regrouped a little bit, and then I did my first live. So, I thought it would only be appropriate for the Craft Around the Clock segment for the Celebration of Life for it to be my dad. So, we designed this sign that says, I am always with you. Whew, this is hard, guys. I'm trying. It has this beautiful cardinal that we're going to paint. And it has the words, and then we also have another little tree branch. Hello, Dorothy. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And I'm going to try to get through this without crying. Whew, that's going to be tough. All right, so let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to paint our little cardinal. And now it comes with a backer board. Our kit comes with a backer board. I did tag it in the, hi Tracy, thank you. I did stain my backer board because I'm going to use this. You can paint these anything you want, but I'm staining it. Okay, so I already stained this because the stain needs to dry before we can put the sticky back on it. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. But I wanted to show you guys, originally the kit comes, let me put these off, comes with just this. You can see the difference here between the stained and not stained. So yours is going to come like this if you purchase this kit. And so we're going to just set that aside. We don't need that till the very end. Okay, so to paint this, it's really easy. Don't be intimidated by this. It's really not that difficult to paint. So what we're going to do is I've got a couple of different colors of green. We're going to change the leaves. They're going to be the two different colors. They're both the Anita's all-purpose acrylic. One is shamrock, one is hunter green. Oops, let's turn these around so you can see them. Okay. Hi, Julie. Thanks for hopping on. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome, Rebecca. We love newbies. And then I have the Anita's acrylic, dark red. That's going to be our cardinal. This is going to be his feet and his beak. And this is apple barrel, golden sunset. And then the branch is going to be this burnt umber brown. And that is by Deco Art. Okay. And then just some black. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint our cardinal, the red. Newbie from upstate New York. Oh, that's Rebecca. Okay, perfect. So actually it's easier if we do the beak first. So let's paint the beak. So all I'm going to do, because you know how cardinals have that little black spot? They have that little black spot right in front of the beak. So all we're going to do, that's way too big of a brush. Let's get a smaller one. Let's use this one. This one should be about right. Yeah, that's even kind of big. Let's go with this one. Gotta pick my poison here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this back part right here, just black. We're just roughly guesstimating where we're going to want the black. Okay? And that's all I'm going to do. Okay? Then in front of that, I'm going to paint that orangey, browny, yellowy color. And then his legs are going to be that color as well. Okay? So we're going to let that dry. So while that's drying, let's move on We don't need this little brush anymore for the black. So let's move on and paint our, let's paint our tree branch. From North Carolina. Welcome, Christine. North Carolina is a beautiful state. All right, so we're going to paint our tree branches. So if you're new to my page, we do a timer. And when the timer goes off, I look over and who's ever comment I see. Hi, Adelpha. Whoever's comment I see gets an entry into Happy Mail. Okay? So you want to be commenting because I have random timers set throughout my live. And that's how I give away Happy Mail. Once a month I draw Happy Mail. And we give away some fun stuff. And it's usually some of the stuff from our shop. Because we have a laser shop where we cut wood. We've made a ton of signs. All these behind me we make. And more. We have tons of them. And we've got quite a few craft kits now. Okay, all I've done is painted the branch brown. I'm leaving the leaves plain right now. Okay, so I'm going to do that on this one as well. If you're just hopping on, this is Celebration of Life Week on Craft Around the Clock. And I'm doing this in honor of my dad. And it's going to say, I'm always with you. I lost my dad on January 15th of 2021. He'd been sick for a long time. We knew it was coming, but it's still awful. Hi, Angela. Oh, thank you so much, Christine. I appreciate that so much. I'm sure if any of you have lost a parent or just any loved one really that you're close with, you know it's rough no matter whether it's expected or not. It's terrible. So I said I would do this tonight, but y'all gotta give me some grace because I'm doing the best I can to keep it together. It's tough. I was a daddy's girl, and I miss him dearly. Okay, so I've got my tree branches painted. Okay, we're going to go back and add some detail to it after it all dries. We're just going to make sure this one's painted well. I see a couple bare spots. Okay, we're done with that. Now we can go ahead and we're going to put just a teeny bit . You could put that on there to go on. That would have been a great idea. I do not have one with me. Not handy. Got tons of them on my phone, but none of them that are close by that I can grab easily. And my mom can't be here tonight because she's having some company tonight, so she couldn't be on here, which honestly is probably better because I know she'd be crying if I start crying. So it's probably for the best that she's not on here tonight. So I'm going to paint his little leg and his beak this color, this kind of mustardy color. With Father's Day approaching, it's, you know, getting rough again. Okay, so you can see I painted his little feet and I painted his little beak. So now all we have to paint is his body red. So we're going to do that. You're opening your craft room. What does that mean? You're opening your craft room. Rebecca, I'm intrigued. What does that mean? This isn't hard, I promise, because I'm not a great painter either. When Bob cut this and was telling me, you know, how I should paint it, I was concerned. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I can do this, but I can. This isn't bad. It will be the end of June. Rebecca. Rebecca, you just won an entry to Happy Mail, girl. Rebecca Main. you are in the bucket for Happy Mail. We draw that around the 13th of the month because that is the anniversary of my page. If I can get my watch to stop. All right, so we're going to paint our little cardinal now. We're going to paint him red. But I promise, this is not a hard thing to paint. Excuse me. Because we're not trying to make it look, you know, perfect. I'm not a painter, okay? I'm a hobby painter. That's kind of how I look at it. I am not a Picasso by any stretch of the imagination. And now, like I've always told you guys, when you're painting the laser cut, now, I don't like to paint the edges of them. I think they look better with the black, you know, how they come out of the laser with the dark brown. I like that. So I always try to keep them that way. So when I'm painting anything laser cut with a brush, I usually do it with a sponge. But painting these little things, you can't do that with a sponge. So I like to take the brush and go towards the edge. And I never drag it across the edge. Because that way you can keep a clean line. And your edge stays clean. So if you notice the way I'm painting, now this part's going to be a little tricky because it's very thin. But we're going to go ahead and do it. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm going from the center out. I hope you guys can see how I'm painting that. It's kind of tiny, so I'm not sure. Because you guys know the expression that when a cardinals appear and an angel is near or a loved one is near. So that's why we're doing a cardinal. Okay, so there's our cardinal. He looks pretty good, I think. All right. So now we're going to paint the leaves. Okay. And like I said, we're going to go back and add some detail to the leaves and the branch, but we're going to do our leaves first. Well, thank you, Dorothy. I'm not sure who asked what, but yes, we do sell these. These kits are available on our website, as well as a completed version of it. You can purchase the sign already put together. So yes, we do sell a lot of these things. And if you have something that you want, you know, a custom thing, we're happy to do custom work as well. You just reach out to me. We love doing custom work. All right, so now I'm just going to paint. I'm just going to go in here and do like every other one of these in each of the two green colors. And I might actually do a couple side by side just so it doesn't look so every other one type thing. I'll show you here in just a second. And get done with this color. Watching from California. Well, thank you, Vintage Retail. Another one of our hosting sisters. There is a wonderful group of very talented folk on this page. I was blessed to be able to be a part of it. All right, now we're just going to go down here and put this one in. Now, the beauty of our kits is that all of our pieces have a sticky back on them, so there is no glue required. All right, so that's what we have so far. Okay, he's looking pretty good so far. Now we're going to do the same thing to this one. And I'll show you here in a few minutes what I mean by the sticky back when we go to put this whole thing together. Are they stained glass? That light will shine through. No, no, they're wood. This is wood. This is MDF wood. So no light is going to shine through these. These are wood. All right, so now I'm going to use the hunter green and paint the other leaves on both of our branches here. Okay, so there's our little one. Like I said, we're going to go back and do some detail work on it. Hi, Leslie. Thanks for watching. Actually, I see that a couple of these aren't very dry yet. I'm going to make a mess. So let's dry this real quick. Some of these are touching and I don't want to have my paint smear. My mom has been playing a lot with our kits and pouring epoxy over them. So if you like something that's real shiny, I prefer the matte finish, but she really likes the shiny. So she's been putting epoxy over everything, and it's been very pretty. Hey, Leslie. Thanks for watching. Kind of need a littler brush to get in there. Let me get this little brush cleaned up. Like I said, I am not a painter, so if I can paint this and have it look semi-decent, anyone can do this. Because that is not who I am. And don't be intimidated by this. Turn this around so I can get to it better over here. It's darling. Oh, thank you. All right, so we just have one leaf over here to paint still. Alright, I think we've got that done pretty good. Alright, so that's what we have so far. You can see we've got our branch with our little cardinal. I lost it for a moment. I lost my train of thought. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to dry this real quick so we can go in and do the detailing. Because the detailing is next. How's everybody's weather today? It got cold here. It's only 59 out. I refuse to turn my heat back on. That could be a problem tonight because it's probably going to get chilly tonight. I'm probably going to regret that. Hey, Dorothy, thank you so much. Alright, we're pretty dry. 67 right now where Dorothy is. Yeah, it's just cold. Dorothy, good for you, girl. You just got into Happy Mail. Dorothy Trice. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for hopping on. So I will tell you what we're doing here without trying to cry again, because I kind of got that all out. Today on Craft Around the Clock, well, this week, it's a theme week, and the theme is celebration of life. So I wanted to do my dad. My dad passed away in January of 2021, and he went into the hospital where he did not come home on the first day that I was going to go live on my page. So I only thought that it was appropriate that I do my celebration of life on the Craft Around the Clock page for Dad. So this is a kit that I just designed over the weekend, actually, with a lot of crying, for my dad. I'm trying not to cry again. So it's going to say I'm always with you, because I know he is. Okay, so now I'm going to go back, and with the opposite color of the leaves, I'm going to do a little highlight with this little itty bitty teeny tiny brush. Okay? 77 in Texas, Carol says. Goodness. All right, so on the dark green, I'm going to use the thing, and I'm just going to barely kiss it. Just put some like veins of the leaves in. I'll show you guys here in a minute. That leaf looks weird. Hold on. I don't know what happened to that guy. It's like not. It's not either color. It's like washed out. Okay, that's better. Okay, I haven't done the light green ones yet, but can you see the detail on the darker ones? You can see the detail, I think. Hello, hi Sherry. All right, so now we're gonna go back with the darker one and do it on the lighter colored green leaves. I don't want a lot of paint on this. I just want to drag my brush. Yes, I love the Cardinals too. I do. Yes, we do cut these designs. It is a great kit. And we're going to show you how it all goes together here very easily. And thank you, Dorothy, for answering for me tonight. My mom's not on to answer my questions. I appreciate that. Look at all of the hearts. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me tonight. This is a tough one for me. I want to do my dad proud. All right, so we have those done. You guys are so sweet. All right, so now we're gonna go back and add a little black to the tree branch, okay? Hi, Lisa, thanks for watching. Thank you. I'm just kind of putting a little squigglies in here of the black to kind of give it a little tree bark look. Okay, so this part is done. Let's see what we got going on there. And again, I am not a painter, so if I can make this look decent, you guys can too. Probably even better. All right, so those are done, as you can see. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mara. All right, so we're gonna put that aside. Those are done. We're gonna let those dry. Now all we have to do is paint our words. How are we on time? Oh, we're doing great on time. We still have 20 minutes left. All right, so when I do the words, I find it's easiest. I take a piece of tape. I'm gonna pull over a piece of napkin here. I put it sticky side up, and I place my letters on the tape. So much easier to do it this way. And even the tiny little dot for the eye, I just gotta make sure I get it on the right side, because there's sticky back on the back of that, even that tiny little letter or dot. Okay, so I have all of my pieces stuck to my tape. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little makeup sponge and I'm going to dab it in the paint. I'm kind of dabbing off. I want to load it, but I don't want it like oozing out. Okay, and then we just go up and down. Don't brush or wipe, just go up and down. Okay, and then we're just going to do that over all of it and see how much easier this is. You're not holding all those little pieces, getting your fingers all a mess. Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate you. Okay, we've got just a little more to do here. And we're going to dry it and I'm going to check it, because sometimes you can't tell that you've missed any till it's dry. So we'll dry it and then we'll take another look at it and see. Looks pretty good so far, but let's dry it real quick. Right, I know. This is the way to do painting of small things. I do this all the time. It's so much easier. So much easier. Yeah, like right there I missed a little. You can see that. It's hard to see when it's wet. I think the rest is good. Nope, nope. And even if you weren't painting these black, by using the sponge, you get very little on the edges of it, which, like I said earlier, I like to keep my edges, you know, the laser look. I like that. Okay, so we're done with that. We're going to set that aside. We're going to pull back out now our board. Now, remember, I stained mine. The kit comes with it not stained. You could always paint this or stain it, whichever you prefer. I stained mine. All right, so now this is going to go, let me turn this around. This is going to go here. This is going to go up here somewhere-ish. We're going to lay all this out. And we have a Happy Mail entry. Splash of Paint. I don't know what your name is, Splash of Paint. What is your name? So I can enter you for Happy Mail. If you're new to my page, I set timers. And when the timer goes off, Deborah. Okay, Deborah. Thank you. When the timer goes off, I look over and whoever I see the comments, I write them down for Happy Mail. And once a month, I draw Happy Mail. And then I mail you out something fun. And it's usually something from our shop. And whatever else. Okay, so now we just got to space this out. Make sure I'm straight. Once we get it placed where we want it, then we can start sticking it down. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Oops, except our branch is going off. There we go. All right. Hi, Mary. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start peeling this off. As you can see, they all have this little sticky back on them. Okay? And then once you stick it down, it is stuck. How are we doing on time? Oh, we've got plenty of time yet. And I broke all my fingernails, so I'm having a hard time peeling this off. I have no fingernails left. I love that we have the sticky back because the glue always, especially with these tiny little letters, okay? These are really fine. You would be hard pressed to put a glue on here that would not ooze out from underneath. My birthday was fantastic, Kim. I was surrounded by all the people I love. Except for my son. My son wasn't able to make it. He's coming this weekend. So I didn't get to see my little honey girl, but we'll get to this weekend. Their closing date on their home got moved up and they've got to get everything packed and out, and they just couldn't make it. So they're coming this weekend though. So I get to hug on that little one this weekend. Yes, and this sticky back is awesome stuff. It is 3M tape, and it's quite expensive, but it is so worth it. It's a game changer. I mean, I think it is just utterly a game changer. I would not want to be gluing all this stuff down. As I said, I think it's very difficult to glue and not have the ooze. And this stuff is pretty good. Now, I'm not positive it's sticking great because I don't know that my stain was completely dry. And it might give me a little grief because of that. But if my stain was completely dry, this stuff, you can't peel it off without ruining it. So I didn't stain. I usually stain like the day before and let it dry for a full day. And we just stained this afternoon, early afternoon. So, hi Mel, thanks for watching. But usually, once you get this down, it's not going to move at all. All right, so now we're going to peel this off of this big piece. Like I said, I have no fingernails at the moment, so at least not on my right hand where I peel from. And if when you start to peel it, if the sticky starts to come up with it, just push it back down and kind of rub it, burnish it a little bit, and it'll stick right back down. Sometimes it'll try to come up with the backing paper, especially on a larger surface. You know, if it's a larger area, you have more of a problem with that. But just take a, you know, you can just take your hand and rub it back down, or take a little scraper, you know, and rub it, and it'll go right back down. All right, and we just have this last one to place. Okay. All right, and I'll hold this up and show y'all. And there we have it. There is our beautiful little I'm always with you sign. And I see I did that a little bit crooked, but you guys can do it better and see it's not sticking great because it's the stain. I promise you they stick really well. It's just the stain wasn't quite dry. But anyways, so this is our sign. We have the completed ones as well as the craft kit that are available on our website. So you can, you know, look at that and purchase either one. It does also come with these little lay flat easels. So if you want to store it, it will store completely flat. You just slide the two pieces together and it holds it upright for you. Okay, so these come with the kit and the sign, either one. If you purchase either kit or the sign, you get the little easel back with it as well. And again, those come apart and they store flat. I absolutely love these things. These things are so cool. So anyways, so thanks, Chris. So I'm a few minutes early here, but we're done. So you guys can see how easy this is to put this together. It doesn't take but a few minutes to paint it up. I'm not a painter, but I'm able to paint that, so I'm sure anyone else can as well. Hi, Dorothy. And I appreciate all the love and support you guys gave me tonight, because this one was a little tough for me, as I said. So I certainly appreciate you all so, so much. And if you can continue to do this, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. It helps my page grow so much. It truly is amazing when you guys do that. Big compliment that you will share us out to, you know, your friends and family. So anyway, so that is my craft for today. Oh, I forgot my dot. Hold on. Let's put our dot on. I forgot my dot. I forgot to dot my eye. So let's do that real quick. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. This is a tiny little dot. And it goes right there. Oh, that's sticking to my finger. Because I didn't get it down. Well, now it's sideways. All right, there we go. So now it's on there. Okay, so we got our dot. We got everything stuck down. So, all right. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Have a fabulous rest of your evening and a great week. And if I won't see you again for a couple weeks on Craft Around the Clock, because next week's a vacation week. So I will see you soon, though. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.